Hello and welcome to the Kamla Show, where we bring you interviews and conversations with technologists, entrepreneurs, filmmakers, and other newsmakers from in and around the San Francisco Bay Area. My guest today is Academy Award writer and director Stephen Gaghan. He wrote Syriana and Traffic. He recently won the Kanbar Award at the 57th San Francisco International Film Festival. This is part one of a multi-part interview with Stephen Gaghan. Welcome to San Francisco.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations, you won the Kanbar Award yesterday.
I did, the Kanbar Award.
And what does it feel like to be here in San Francisco for the film festival?
I like this festival a lot. I love film festivals. I think they perform a really valuable service where they give distribution and put eyeballs on lots of unique films, outside the mainstream, and I'm always trying to support that. I was able to go out and speak at a high school yesterday. I talked to a couple film classes. Lowell, here in the city, Lowell High School.
That's for gifted kids.
People were super impressive. I mean, you'd wish your kids could all go there. It was a great school, and the teachers were amazing. The questions they asked were great, so pressure's on, Kamla. But I love San Francisco. I could live here very easily.
You could. And there's surfing too.
No doubt. I mean, we almost went to Ocean Beach this morning. I mean, I was looking. It was so foggy, though. I was just thinking, like, great whites in the, like, whiteout fog. Maybe not the best way to do it.
Have you gone up the coast?
I brought my own wetsuit, though. I have a 4.3, so I'm ready for San Fran.
No, but did you go up the coast at all?
Not this trip, but I have been before.
You go and you've gone surfing there. When did you pick up surfing?
I learned when I was 32. 31, 32. I picked it up. I was down in Malibu. I was watching these guys surf with a friend of mine one day we were like, why don't we surf? It was suddenly just, it was like a binary thing. One day the switch was off, then it turned on. I went and I rented a 9-foot plastic board. I rented a wetsuit, and I started surfing. And like the first wave I caught, I just said, God, I'm going to do this every day for the rest of my life.
You were not scared?
No. Yeah, I'm not scared of it. I love the ocean, and I love, at that time in my life, I was definitely looking for a kind of adrenaline outlet because I'd sort of changed what I was doing, and I had a lot of free time.
Had you written Traffic by then?
I had just, it was exactly as I was writing Traffic. So
that's when you took up?
Yep, okay. Exactly.
I think a little known fact about you is you are an athlete of sorts. You were in what, football or soccer team in your school?
Soccer. I was a soccer player.
What we call football in the rest of the world.
What the rest of the world calls football was my big passion. That and tennis. So I played a lot of tennis tournaments when I was little, and I did a lot of soccer. Like I played soccer all day, every day. I was all state in a few years, and got our team to the state finals where we lost, but we got to play in front of like 16,000 people. It was so exciting. I mean, it's like that Bruce Springsteen song, Glory Days. I'm just always, it's always playing in my mind everywhere I go. I'll see like a 5-year-old kicking a soccer ball and I hear Glory Days, and I'm out there. It's sort of embarrassing.
I guess that album came out when you must have been in high school or college.
High school, yeah.
Okay, that's why you remember it. Do you follow football even today?
I do. I mean, I watch it a lot. We have it in LA on TV on a bunch of channels, and I'm always flipping it on.
Univision.
Yeah, Univision, and also
ESPN.
ESPN, and we get the Galaxy. They show Galaxy games, which Galaxy are terrible. No offense, but
so I'm getting ready for the games at Brazil.
So psyched for the World Cup. I have a friend who invited me down there. Hopefully I'll be making a movie, but if not, I'll definitely try to go. I mean, I would love to see the World Cup in Brazil. Like my favorite thing I could ever do.
Have you ever seen a World Cup live? Did you ever come?
No, but I watched France lose to Italy in France. So when that game was going down, when Zidane headbutted the guy, which was totally, the reason Zidane headbutted him was a function actually of missing the head shot earlier that went off the crossbar. And you could just see like his whole like hero narrative just suddenly crumbled, and he got really grumpy. And then the guy was able to get under his skin. But Zidane, one of the greatest players of all time. But
he's known for his footwork, isn't he?
Yeah, footwork and strength. I mean, he was just such a force in the middle. But also, it was an incredible moment because we were in Biarritz, and I was I was surfing, and so there were these incredible waves. You know, in the summer it stays light, super late in that part of France. So maybe 9 or 10 at night, they had set up enormous screens on the beach, and there were like 3 or 4,000 people down there watching the World Cup finals, and I was surfing, so I'm catching these long waves, watching the World Cup at the exact same time. It was just the sun was setting. It was amazing.
So it's a dream come true for you, surfing and football.
I know.
And what were you reading?
I remember exactly what I was reading. I was reading Roberto Bolaño. So I remember at the time I was a big fan of Bolaño, and ultimately 2666 is, I think, one of the best novels of the last, well, it's one of the best novels of all time.
Were you reading it on Kindle or regular paper?
No, I like books.
You like books?
Books are great technology. Great technology. It was a genius technology 400 years ago. It's still a great technology today. Incredibly portable. Actually feeds into a brilliant sort of spatial organization system known as the bookshelf, which really helps with your brain. Like, you remember where things are. You remember where things are in the book. So you remember where the word is on the page. You remember where the page is in the book. You remember where the book is on the shelf, where the shelf is in your house. All of that organizational.
How is the shelf organized? Is it random or is it alphabetized?
No, it's not alphabetized. Well, loosely. It's organized sort of by, fiction, nonfiction, and subject. And so fiction is, the authors are kind of, if you went to F, you would find writers, Faulkner and Fitzgerald or whatever, but they might be out of order. But it's sort of, they're all stacked up in different ways. We have a lot of books.
How many do you have?
I have no idea.
Okay. And how many books do you read in a week? Do you read a book a day?
Maybe not a book a day anymore because I have so many children, but they definitely cut into the reading time. But, I picked up a book. A good friend of mine is this Adam Gopnik, a writer for The New Yorker, and I was in New York a couple days ago, and he was like, "Oh, have you read The Interestings by Meg Wolitzer, who I've met with his wife before?" And so I got it, before I left New York, and I don't know, I'll probably finish it tomorrow. I left New York on Wednesday, and what day is it? Saturday. Yeah, so I'll probably finish it today or tomorrow.
Are you a speed reader?
It depends what I'm reading, and how I'm reading. Like when I read say if I'm reading a script for work, like a draft of my own work, I'm incredibly slow. I mean, incredibly, like you couldn't read more slowly. But if I'm reading, a novel and I sort of have my bearings with the voice, I can read a book in a day pretty easily, in a few hours. So it just depends.
You've written for NYPD Blue, Xena, Warrior Princess, The Practice. Those are all TV programs. Then you also helped rewrite Black Hawk Down. And the films, of course, that you've written are Rules of Engagement, Abandon, Alamo, Syriana, and you're co-writing your new film, Candy Store.
And Traffic. I wrote Traffic.
And Traffic. How could I forget Traffic, the Academy Award-winning Traffic?